this morning. Okay, so I don't know why parents give excuses for their children's faults. Okay, I don't give excuses for my child's faults. If my child does something, I handle it and I deal with it immediately. So when I see parents, giving excuses for what their children have done, I'm like, oh my God, what is wrong with you? Okay. So I'm going to tell you a story that just happened now, and I am really upset because of it. I don't mind that. Last 2 holidays, a friend dropped their child in my house, but when the child left, one of my child's favorite toys got missing, and my child was saying the child took it, but I was like, you're not sure. I can't call the parents to accuse the child of stealing it, so there's no way I could do that. So I told him to just let it go. All right, so this morning my child was going to go for a play day child, only for us to get to the house. And when my son went to the child's room, he saw that his particular toy in the room. And this toy is not, we bought it when we went to Spain. So it's a special Spain kind of culture, it's something very special. Do you understand? So my son now came to me and was like, oh, Mom, he saw his toy. I was asking the mom, and mom was like, oh, yeah, that he took it and he was going to return it, but she forgot. And I'm like, what? I couldn't, the way she casually said it got me upset. And I couldn't fathom why or how a parent would take stealing that casual. It is not casual. It is not casual. It's so annoying because what you've done or what you are doing to your children when you take casual is, okay? It is not right. You see, when a child, from the age of 3 to 7, children are forming their character. And when they get to like 8, 9, they've already, formed a perception of the world. They've already decided, this is good, this is not good, okay? If you as a parent are not helping your child to form that character, to know what is good and what is right, do you understand? Then you are creating the wrong future for your child. Okay, so I was very upset. I mean, yeah, she's my friend, but I was like, no, it's not okay. Okay, so child took something from my house. Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you tell me about it? It's been like, how many, this was like last holiday, summer holiday. I suspected your child took the toy, but because I expected you as a mom to call me, but you didn't call me. So I assumed it wasn't in your house, but now it's in your house. You were aware of it. You didn't even call me. You didn't even scold your child. The child has been playing with that toy that is not his own. Oh my God. I don't know how. Okay. Let me say this. Yeah. It's not okay. It's not okay for your child to take anything that does not belong to him. You need to be a parent. You need to talk to your children. Okay, let me tell you an incident that happened to me and my child. Was it 3 or 4 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. I saw my child with something that I know I didn't buy for him. I didn't buy it for him. So I was like, who gave you this? He was like, he wanted to lie to me, but he knows me. He was like, oh, one of his friends gave it to me. I'm like, oh, one of your friends. So do you know, are you sure that he's allowed to give it to you? He was like, yeah, is his? I said, okay, I'm going to call the person's mom and find out if it's okay for him to give it to you. When he found out that I was going to call the person's mom, he changed the story because I picked the phone to call the person's mom. Your children need to know. I mean, for me personally, as a mom, my child needs to know that it's not okay for him to bring anything home. That anything he brings home, I will question it. I will question it as a mom. If you're not working, you cannot bring something home that I didn't buy for you. If you tell me it belongs to a friend, I will call the friend's mom. If you tell me your friend gave it to you as a gift, I will call the friend. I'll call the friend's mom. Let's start acting like parents. These children are God gave them to us. God gave them to us for us to nurture, for us to train. Let's be parents. Do you know what? When I start probing, I found that nobody gave my sons that. He actually took it from someone. And I was so angry as a mom. Because that is not what I've taught him. It wasn't the character. It wasn't what I want him to. So we had to sit down. We had to talk about it. We had to return it. And he passed through that emotion of being embarrassed. Yes, I had to do it. He knows me as, I keep telling him, I'm a Nigerian mom. I am a Nigerian mom. Things must be, not just, I'm a Christian. And we talked about this Christian character. You cannot see something that does not belong to you and take it. It's not yours. So I don't get how a mom will see something that doesn't belong to their child. You took the child to a friend's house and he came back with a toy. You are aware that he left the house without this toy and he came back with this toy. Why wouldn't you call me? Why wouldn't you want your child to know that what they've done is wrong? Why? I need to calm down. I really need to calm down because I'm really upset. I'm angry because I just feel like I let you come into my house. I helped you take care of your child, and your child took something from my home, and you didn't do your work as a parent. Now, people shouldn't. She knows I'm going to blog about this because I told her I'm not calling her name. I'm not calling the child's name. But the point is that I'm talking to parents. I'm talking to parents, okay? The future that we make for our children, the future that we create for our children starts now when they are 3, 4, 5, 6. You mold the future that you want for your children right from when they are young. If you are not teaching your child that taking someone else's stuff is wrong, is unethical, is not Christian-like, when will you teach them? When they are 15? When they are 20? Every day in the streets of London, children are being killed. Black children are being killed. People are being stabbed. Your child comes into your house with a trainer, something very expensive. You're not questioning them where they bought it from. You know how much they're earning. Because when they were young, you did not question them when they're bringing those toys, when they're bringing those things. So let's start being parents for once, okay? I mean, if the government said we shouldn't smack our children, but at least we can question our children. We can return those things back. So you did not do the right thing as a parent by not returning it back, not just returning it, making your child to apologize. They need to apologize. They need to know that what they've done is wrong. You cannot cover up for your child. And I get her. I get her reasoning. She's trying to cover up for her child. But really, is that right parenting, to cover up for your child? I could remember when my son was, I think he was 3 years old. Yeah. So we went to a shop and he wanted a sweet. And I wasn't going to buy the sweet for him. Maybe he thought he could just take a sweet or, just take the sweet. So when we got home and I saw the sweet in his purse and it was a drive. Like, we went to the mall and then it was like a 10 minutes drive back home. So when we got home and I saw the sweet in his purse and I was like, I didn't buy this sweet for you. He said, oh, mommy, I took it. I said, no. You don't take something that doesn't. We went back to the mall. I drove back to the mall. I went straight to the cashier. I told the cashier, Oh, my son took your sweet. I said, my son stole your sweet. And I brought him back to apologize. And he's not going to take it. My son was shocked. He was 3. My son was a very smart 3 years old. He started crying. If it's a police, I said, yeah, if you do this when you are old enough, the shop person will call the police. So the shopman understood what I was trying to do, was like, I'm going to call the police. My son started crying. And I said, okay, can you please just take, but I made my son understand that it's not okay for you to just go to the shop and take anything you haven't paid for. It's not okay. You need to be the one to teach your children the character you want them to exhibit. You can't give excuses for your children. There's no way you should. What I'm upset is that I've passed through my moment of my child thinking that he can take something, and I taught my child. I made my child face a repercussion. I took my child to the particular place, and I made my child apologize. Only for me to see a parent that feel is okay, they can cover up for their child. And I'm saying, no, that is not good parenting. And if you're out there and you're watching my video and your child has ever taken something from someone and you covered it up, what I'm going to tell you is that tomorrow he will do more. As a mom, you need to actually understand that sometimes you need to do the tough love. They need to understand the implication of what they've done. Stealing is wrong. Whether they stole a sweet, whether they stole someone else's or their cousin's toy or their sister's toy, stealing is wrong. There must be a repercussion. You take away the toys, you sit them down and talk to them. And one thing I've learned again is shouting is not going to help. Raise your voice, shout at them. No, they need to be spoken to. You need to sit them down and talk about the Christian ethic. Do we steal as Christian? No, we don't. Why don't we steal? Does that thing belong to you? No, it doesn't. So why will you take someone else's own? How do you think Jesus will feel? How do you think they feel if you're older? When they understand the severity of what they've done, on their own, they will know it is wrong to steal. So my friend that did what she did, that covered up for her child, please, I'm doing this video for you, just for you to know. Your child, apparently when I was talking to another friend of ours, she told me that when your child came to her house, he also stole something, he also took something, but that she saw it and took it off him. So it's becoming a habit. You need to address it. You need to talk about it. Okay? I'm talking to all moms out there. I'm not bashing my friend on YouTube because I thought I was going to talk about it anyway, and she was okay with it. I didn't call her name. It's just for other parents to know. She didn't know. She didn't understand that she needed to address it. She just felt like, oh, it's children now. Children, they always do this now. Children, no. Children don't. Some children are trained. I'm not saying mine is. I'm actually training mine. I'm also training mine. I'm passing through the same thing, but I don't let it go. That's a difference. I don't let it go. I address it and I put the consequences and the repercussion and the sanction. I took away my son's phone, iPad for 1 week. I didn't take him to McDonald's. He didn't have any treats for him to, and it cost him a lot. And he was not happy about it. But there must be a repercussion for something done. You can't smack in this country, but there are other things you can do. So don't let things go because you want to be friends to your children. I want to be my child's best friend. Bullshit. Be a parent. That is what God wants you to be, a parent, not a best friend. I'm finished with my broadcast. Some people might not like it, but that's me on holiday talking about issues. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you.